What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Trip, man. I told y'all we'd be on the show this week, so we're on the show this week. The franchise I decided to go with, as y'all seen, if y'all saw my community post, I went with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I think this is gonna be one of the most fun teams to use in franchise. A very fun team to rebuild. You see from top to bottom. I did get a roster that will allow the prospects because I've heard from different people that they don't have most of the prospects in the game right now. So I did download a good roster that's gonna give us some guys that we can develop and build over the just basically over the time period that we're gonna be doing this. It's a very fun roster in my opinion. A lot of young guys. Henry Davis, obviously. He batted 213, but I think he has a bright future as a catcher. And Indy Rodriguez also bright futures out of those guys. There's a lot of guys with bright futures. Obviously, the main one that we're gonna talk about the most will be Paul Skeens. You know, if you watched the College World Series last year, if you watched college baseball at all last year, you know what Paul Skeens is about. Great four seam. Obviously, has a lot of high velocity control. We're gonna have to work on a little bit with him and the homer per nine. So yeah, and then Mitch Keller will obviously be the ace of the rotation. I think Mitch Keller is very underrated. I know it was a 4.21 ERA last year. I know, but he's on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Like, what do y'all expect? Um, but yeah, obviously a lot of room to improve as a team here. They have a Aroldis Chapman. I cannot wait to use a game where I can go Paul Skeens and then go Aroldis Chapman into David Bednar. I cannot wait for that day. Um, Dari Mar- Dowry Moretta. I've used him a little bit in Diamond Dynasty. I think he had a weekly award card or something. I kind of like his stuff. Obviously, Diamond Dynasty, that's on a whole nother level. But um, yeah, I think they have a decent bullpen at best. Bullpen needs a lot of new faces. Um, Aroldis Chapman obviously is going to be the setup guy for us. If we didn't have David Bednar, he would be the closer, but David Bednar is elite as elite can get. 39 saves last year, only blew 3 with a 2 ERA. Like, what? On the Pittsburgh Pirates. Imagine if he was on, like, the Dodgers or, like, the Braves or somebody like that. Like, what? Those are crazy numbers. And he wasn't even a main closer for them before. He was just he was just out the pen, right? I believe so. And yeah. So a lot of guys, a lot of Rowdy Tellez is one of my like favorite players to watch because he either hits a bomb or he strikes out. So, but he was a dog for the Brewers. I can't wait to use him. I don't really know a lot about Liover Peguero. Um, I haven't really watched the Pirates a lot. I know a lot about Tamar Johnson because I'm from Georgia, so I've heard of him before, and I've seen him on YouTube and other stuff. G1 Bay, I love G1 Bay, man. It's a dog, bro. He's a dog. I can't wait to use him. I think I'm gonna pull him up for the opening day game because of his ability to play every position. Obviously, he can play every position but first base for some reason. I don't know why, but every position but first base, high contact, medium contact. Not a lot of power, but the fielding and the speed is gonna get it done. He'll be a great if we get in a late game situation and say Rowdy Rowdy Tellez gets on a guy with 4 speed and I need a pinch run, that'll be my guy. Um, Third base, obviously franchise guy, Brian Hayes. He will be a franchise cornerstone for me. I have no no what why can't I speak? I have no I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. What is going on with me? But I don't think I will ever trade Brian Hayes, even though we have Jared Triolo. Um, Moo, I'm talking to the people. I'm talking to the people, Moo Moo. All right, that was my cat. But yeah, Jared Triolo, he's very good hitter. Very good in the field, and I believe he can do a lot for us. And yeah, so we'll figure out how this third base is gonna work. Maybe I know it's not one of his secondary positions, but I could either move Triolo to first base or just move him to one of the secondary positions like left or shortstop, something. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. Obviously, we got the big dog himself, 6'7", 215 out of the Dominican Republic, O'Neal Cruz. Um, Everybody knows what O'Neal Cruz can do. He broke his foot last year against the Dodgers, and we've been looking forward to seeing him some more. Um, but yeah, franchise guys right here, Cabrine and O'Neal Cruz. So my left side of my infield will be stacked. So those are the guys. Those will be the starters. As long as I will be running the Pittsburgh Pirates, those will be the starters on the left side of the infield, or right side, left side, whatever you think of from your point of view. Um, Brian Reynolds, most consistent outfielder in baseball, I believe. One of the most consistent outfielders in baseball. Could be a fringe guy for me. Could trade him to get either more prospects or get a better outfielder, maybe like a center fielder or something. But I believe he's also a franchise player for us, and he's a fringe guy for me right now. But I believe I won't trade him. I love Brian Reynolds. I watched him at Vandy. Yeah, and then Connor Slam and Joe. Yeah, we love Connor Joe. Connor Joe will forever be a part of the Pirates. I don't know who I'm going to trade. Cause this team has to get better. Michael A. Taylor cannot be the starting center fielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He can't. If they want to win anything, like what? They signed this man to a 10-year deal? I said 10-year. 6-year deal? I didn't even know that. And he has a gold glove? Okay. But he can't be your starting center fielder. There's too many good center fielders. He's decent. He's consistent at what he does. He's gonna be like a 220 hitter. But he plays great outfield. I think he's a bench center fielder. You know what I mean? He's your first outfielder you bring off the bench. Um, I'll run through a little bit more with the prospects a little bit later, but then we have. Why did I just do that? We have Andrew McCutchen, obviously, the Pittsburgh Pirate himself. He should have never been let go in Pittsburgh or traded from Pittsburgh ever. I don't believe he is Pittsburgh, and I believe he's the reason that team almost did something last year. Because when they traded for him, it was like a completely different team, just out of anywhere. Jack Swinsky, obviously young guy. I think he can do a lot. He can develop a lot as a young guy in the being up on the big league roster. Obviously, it's harder to develop, but I think he can be a good future piece for us. So yeah, that's kind of your overview of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Like I said, I'll run through um, more like AAA young guys here in a second. Actually, we will do that right now. So they added a new feature this year where you can look at your top 20 by organization. So obviously, Paul Skeens is up there. Paul Skeens is number 4 overall. So, um, Yeah. So take that as you want it. I don't think we have another guy in the. Tamar Johnson is 34. Yeah, that's who I expected. Oh, and Anthony Solometo is 42. I believe he was the second round pick last year, or I can't. Don't confirm me on that. I've become a little bit of a casual when it comes to um, baseball now. I've been watching a lot of UFC, a lot of football, so I'm kind of become a little bit of a casual, but I still know what's going on. And I just watch the Braves a lot, so bear with me. Bubba Chandler, I know because I didn't play against Bubba Chandler, but I had heard of Bubba Chandler when I was in high school playing football. They were talking about this country quarterback that's supposed to be so good, and then he ended up going to MLB. So I'm excited to use him. I know, obviously, I've seen him on the football field, but I'm excited to use him on the baseball field. Jared Jones, we got a lot of starting pitching prospects, man. I think there's a lot we can do with this organization where they are. I've heard about him. I'm not even gonna Sung Che Ching, Sung Che Ching. Yeah, yeah. I've heard about him. I think he played on the Chinese Taipei World Baseball Classic team. That's why I think I've heard of him. But look, like the Pirates have a deep farm system. Somehow Mitch Jebb is projected to come up in 2024, but he will not be up here in 2024. I believe it'll be sooner rather than later that Paul Skeens in real life will be with the Pirates, but for me, it'll be very soon into the series that Paul Skeens will probably be a part of the Pirates. We got to develop Tamar a little bit more. He's only 19, a potential, so we got a lot of time to develop him. He's probably a year two, year three guy for us. Um, we'll figure out second base, shortstop. Obviously, we're gonna keep O'Neal Cruz, but are we gonna keep O'Neal Cruz at shortstop? It's the big question for this organization. But I'll just run through some of the names: Paul Skeens, Tamar Johnson, Anthony Solometo, Bubba Chandler, Jared Jones are your top five uh, prospects in the organization. Some other notable names, obviously, I said Sung Chi Chang, Lonnie White, um, another guy uh, I'm looking forward to really use is Jackson Wolf. I've heard about him in real life, and I know that he's good at certain things as a pitcher. I'm trying to talk, but my cats is like either fighting or something. But yeah, like I said, man, this is why I picked the Pirates. They're gonna be very exciting team within I say within the next 2 3 years. They're gonna be a very exciting team, and man, I'm just looking forward to it. We're gonna start off in the regular season with Miami. That won't be in this video, but that video will be posted here very shortly. Um, So yeah, anything else I need to hit on? I will be using sponsorships. I know some people don't, but I will use at least one sponsorship. I just think that's as realistic as being a GM gets. Um, like you have to get sponsorships in real life if you want to pay your players. So I feel like that's not um, playing with the system, but I just feel like that's real life, and we will be very hands-on with scouting. We'll do some prospect videos. There's a lot that you can see coming out of these videos. I'm a very. I know this is probably the first time y'all hearing me. I'm. I have trouble talking sometimes. Not. I don't have a stutter, but I just have trouble putting my words together sometimes. So y'all bear with me as we go. I will be keeping up with real life baseball, and um, the way these videos will be posted, they will be posted like as if they're real life, and they'll be more highlight based and not you're gonna sit here and watch an hour of a game. I don't want to put anybody through that. So It will be highlights based, and some of the highlights will be without my voice. It'll be no commentary. It'll be straight baseball and the commentators that are in the game. It won't be me. Um, but I will be doing certain videos showing trades that I'm gonna do, or guys that I'm gonna pull up to the 40-man roster, or guys who are showing out at the AAA level. We will do some AAA highlight videos. We will do some AA highlight videos. So you're gonna get a little bit of everything with me. Like, I'm just doing this because I've always loved to do franchise. So I mean, I just might as well put it on the YouTube now. So I look forward to posting more Pirates videos. Obviously, the Call of Duty videos will keep coming. They won't be at a slower rate. I play both, so it won't be at a slower rate. For y'all Call of Duty people who are watching this video and who aren't watching this video, but the Call of Duty videos will still come out as if I never stopped playing Call of Duty. But um, yeah, so I look forward to seeing your beautiful faces watching these videos. Y'all have a great day, man. Y'all stay tuned.